Doctor Who is a television show about a time traveler. So, how often does the word time come up in a classic series title? Well, I found seven titles if you include Time Lash. Six of the classic Doctors have time title stories. Only Patrick Troughton fails to have one. Now, like any list, some of these are considered classics, and a few may well fall in the category of lesser titles. But this is a ranking by me. Just remember, I am not a critic. Heck, I just watch. So here are from 7 to 1 as I would watch them. Time and the Ronnie, the seventh Doctor debut story after the hiatus following the trial of a Time Lord. Sylvester McCoy will be joined by Bonnie Langford to start season 24. The villain is also returning Kate O'Mara as the Ronnie. Colin Baker, fired, did not return for the Regeneration. Now, it feels as if this story was written for someone else. Even as a post regeneration story, this one is confusing, but it has some of the best special effects of the 1980s. The Time Monster. The TARDIS interiors are a nightmare. Echoes from the scene where the Doctor tells Jo Grant of the Hermit on Gallifrey will be heard again 20 plus seasons into the future. This is a six-parter split between Atlantis and present day. Another battle with the Third Doctor and the Master, but this time with a chronivore in the mix. The Time Lash. If a Doctor Who story was to be made in the style of a 1950s B sci fi movie, then this is it. H.G. Wells is the first historical person we will have encountered since Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp at the OK Corral. Now, the Borad is a masterpiece in makeup, but the story is weak. Invasion of Time, a six-part season finale that has the classic Doctor Who dogleg storyline, where the invaders are stopped only for someone else being the true invaders, this time the Sontarans. This story has a favorite Leela scene for me, the knife throw. Quite a prodigious throw. This is also Leela's last story. This is the third visit to, and most in depth visit to Gallifrey at the time. And as a budget saver, most of the Gallifrey sets are reused from The Deadly Assassin. Time Flight. This is higher on my list than it is on most. It is a guilty pleasure. The controversial character is also its biggest surprise, as it is one of the few times that you do not recognize the Master through his disguise. The Master steals not only one Concorde, but two. But to his surprise, the Doctor and friends are on the second. The next two are in my personal top 10 favorite Doctor Who stories. The Time Warrior. So much happens in this story. A new companion, a new alien race. The Doctor's homeworld is named. He wears a great costume, the green velvet with the brown cape. All of this is written by Robert Holmes, not forgetting that this is the only pseudo historical of the Third Doctor era. Fast paced and entertaining, this is easy to watch again. At the top of the list, The Time Meddler. Not only the first black and white Who for me, but my first Doctor story. Now, I saw this on PBS, so it was an edited omnibus version, so I did not see any of the in TARDIS scenes. This story starts the idea of the Doctor interfering in the past just a little. Now, I remember Nero in the Romans, but that was unintentional interference. In this story, we meet another Time Lord, the monk. Now, we know him as the monk, but we have to wonder, is that his title and his true name? I don't think we ever find out. Like the previous story, this one is easy to watch again. Now, this is my ranking, but it's really just a list of stories I would watch and which one I would watch first. Let's be honest, I'm not a reviewer. These are just stories that I like. And these are all just stories with time in the title. So enjoy your journey through time and space, and good night.